This is the 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport, and its big brother, the Toyota Tundra, just got a major overhaul for 2022. But not this guy, the little brother got left out. It's pretty similar to past years, so we're going to take a look and see what's new for 2022 and whether or not you should consider buying a 2022 Toyota Tacoma. Folks, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe. And a huge thanks to Koons Toyota of Westminster. Be sure to check them out in the description below. All right, folks, let's get into it. Now, at the front of the vehicle, let's start talking exterior. The vehicle has about 9.4 inches of ground clearance for some good off-roading capability. The TRD Pro trim is going to get a 1.5 inch lift in the front, 1/2 inch lift in the back. That's going to give you a little more off-road capability and a bit of a better approach angle. Speaking of approach angle, this vehicle is about 29 degrees of approach angle. So you're getting that. You're also getting a skid plate under here for some pretty good off-roading capability. Now, when it comes to the lights, this vehicle has a $485 package that's going to give you the LED lights, the LED fog lights down here with the black trim. They look fantastic. You can see as I lock, you have this brilliant daytime running light. There's also a $140 black emblem cover on this vehicle. And of course, being the TRD Sport, it has the iconic hood scoop up here. I think it gives this vehicle a really mean, iconic look. Let's jump to the side. At the side of this blue crushed metallic Tacoma, we have some really nice 17-inch wheels right here. Also, you get these oversized rear fenders, or at least the option to get them on the TRD Sport. These color-keyed mirrors with the turn signal integration are part of the advanced technology package. That's $1,450. Speaking of other packages, you have the $140 door protectors right here. In addition, you have $129 mud guards. This vehicle does have the TRD suspension, so you're getting a little more sport-tuned suspension on this vehicle. Really nice side profile. It's what we've come to expect from the Tacoma. Let's get around to the back. Around the back of the vehicle, that $1,450 advanced technology package is coming into play, giving you rear cross traffic alert and the parking sensors down here. Also down here, all your trailering connections. They're not up under the truck. They're nice and easily accessible, which is great to see, along with your hitch right there. This vehicle does have around 6,800 pounds of towing capacity, around 1,440 pounds of payload capacity. Those are the max numbers. It's going to vary depending on which cab you got, your all-wheel drive or two-wheel drive configuration, etc. But those are the maximums. Now, this vehicle has a $269 option for the power locking tailgate. You can see I can drop it just like that. And in here, you have a nice pre-coated bed for you. You have a power outlet. And in addition, this vehicle comes with the $650 hard to no cover. In addition, there is a 21-degree departure angle on this vehicle, giving you a little more off-roading confidence. Let's talk about the trim. Starting at $26,500, the base SR trim is going to get you a 7-inch infotainment system that's going to have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You're also getting Toyota Safety Sense, which is Toyota's standard suite of active safety features. At $29,180, the SR5 is going to get a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat, a 4-inch screen in the gauge cluster, and 16-inch alloy wheels. Starting at $33,410, the TRD Sport, like we have today, is going to be Amazon Alexa compatible. It's got that power outlet in the bed, and in addition, it has that panoramic camera as an option. This one has that as part of the advanced technology package. Starting at $34,690, the TRD Off-Road is going to get you features like an electronic locking rear differential. In addition, you're also getting multi-terrain select with available crawl control. Now, there's not one on lot today, but topping the range is the Limited at $39,255. That's going to get features like the standard moonroof. In addition, it's going to get blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert and some 18-inch alloy rims. Under the hood of this Tacoma, you'll find a 3.5-liter V6 engine putting out 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. You can expect around 18 miles to the gallon in the city, around 22 on the highway. Let's talk safety. This vehicle has a 4-star safety rating, and it comes with Toyota Safety Sense, which is Toyota's standard suite of active safety features. With that suite, you can expect dynamic radar cruise control. There's also automatic high beams, a pre-collision detection system with pedestrian detection, and lane keep assist.
Now let's get into the Toyota Tundra. As Jake mentioned earlier, this does have keyless entry. So with the key on your person, you can unlock the car just by grabbing the door, stepping in. It would be nice if they had a run-in bar on this vehicle. That step is a little bit on the high side, and I think that would definitely be a useful feature to have. Of course, starting up the Tacoma, It is a very comfortable seat. I quite enjoy it. Nothing special like your super high-end vehicles, but this certainly suffices for the price point on this vehicle. Everything feels really well put together in this vehicle. We've seen issues in the past where vehicles have parts that are a bit shaky coming out of the factory, which of course makes you worry about the longevity, but we're not finding any of those issues in this vehicle. Everything is within pretty good reach of the driver. Some of these scroll wheels can be a little bit far, but it's nothing serious or would make the vehicle cumbersome to drive. The steering wheel feels pretty good. Overall, I'd say this is a very solid interior. It certainly doesn't have the flashy materials like the woods that you'll start to see in some of these trucks, but it gets the job done. Everything feels good. They have soft touch materials where you want them, and a lot of the hard touch materials in places where they don't really matter. Now let's talk about the infotainment system of the Tacoma. Overall, this is a pretty bare bones system. You don't have a lot going on here. There's, as you can see, no option to scroll over other than to just the home screen. Also, one thing I do want to point out is there's no like scroll wheels anywhere, like a physical gauge to move between things. You have to use touchscreen. I know that's a bit of a nitpicky thing, but that is something we like to see on these infotainment systems. The one cool thing you do have in Toyota's infotainment is you can customize the theme. So if you want to have a white theme or another version of the black theme, you can. Personally, I like this red one the best. Of course, this does also have cameras, which are controlled over by the steering wheel. There's a button that says view, sort of to the left of it. This will bring up the cameras, which are not very high quality for a 2022 vehicle. You can see that is a very grainy view. The overhead camera is pretty solid. Not too many complaints there, but it gets worse if you shift into reverse. And this backup camera is not good. I mean, it does have the nice guidelines, so when you turn the steering wheel, you know roughly where your vehicle will be, but it's very grainy. When I was backing this vehicle up earlier, I found that I had an easier time just looking out the back of the window rather than using this camera. It's not a very good view. Of course, though, you can turn on this overhead, which is very nice for, say, parallel parking or any sort of more complex parking maneuvers. But overall, this infotainment system does leave a little bit to be desired in terms of screen size and features, but it is still a very admirable system. Now let's talk about the center gauge cluster for the Tundra. I do like this screen a lot better than the infotainment system. It can easily be controlled from buttons on the steering wheel, allowing you to scroll either right to left or up and down, depending on what you want to view. Overall, I do think this is a very good screen. It is a bit small, but the display is very clear. It's easy to navigate, and it does have a pretty good aesthetic look. Now let's talk about the center area of the Toyota Tacoma. Starting first with the temperature gauges, these do feel really good. This vehicle does have the dual zone climate control, as well as heated seats, which are going to be a part of the $3,815 TRD Premium package. As you move down, you can see the controls for the wireless charger here. If you turn this on, you will see the orange indicator light to indicate that the phone is charging. You do also have the cigarette lighter outlet there, as well as a USB-A outlet here. If you continue to move down, you have these cup holders, which kind of have the nubs we're looking for. Jury's still out on whether these count or not, but they are here, and it is better than nothing. Of course, you do have another cup holder back here, which does not have the nubs. And of course, there's also two back here, which do not have the nubs. So you look inside the center box, you do have a USB-A and a USB-C in there, which is very nice to see for the future proofing. But this area is certainly not very big. You are not going to be fitting a lot in here, but it does at least have the outlets. Now you're joining me in the back of the Toyota Tacoma, and as you might be able to tell, this is really not that spacious of an area. These driver seats are set to where we would comfortably sit, and I have little to no leg room, but I have had worse in trucks. The biggest complaint I have about this area is the lack of air vents. In a vehicle costing well over 30 grand, you would definitely love to see some sort of ventilation back here for any passengers. The one nice thing about being in the back is you can kind of see out of the little moon roof, which is going to be a part of the $3,815 TRD Premium package, which also gets you the leather trim seats that I mentioned earlier. So the 2022 Toyota Tacoma certainly is a solid truck, but at the end of the day, it really is just that. It doesn't offer a lot of the super nice luxury amenities you might see from modern trucks, but it does have all the bare bones stuff you need. If you're big into your tech in vehicles, this probably isn't the vehicle for you. The infotainment system is a bit underdeveloped and could definitely use an overhaul, but this still can perform all the basic duties of a small pickup truck with an admirable towing capacity as well as payload. This certainly is an okay vehicle. If you like videos like this and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe for weekly automotive content. And once again, huge shout out to Koons Toyota of Westminster for getting us this vehicle today. If you need vehicles and you're in the Westminster area, we'll put their website in the description below. We'll see you next time.